everyone, welcome back to my channel today. Today's video, I'm going to be going into my Sephora VIB sale recommendations. So I had a ton of you guys tweet me and saying like, are you going to do a VIB recommendations video? And I'm like, yes, I got you guys. So I know it's been taking me a little bit to do all the Doe Bernote reviews on the holiday collections. So I'm definitely including some of those in here that I think are definitely worth it. So I'm really excited to get into this for you guys. If you are brand new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button right here. Also make sure to hit the little bell so that way you get notified for future videos. And now let's go ahead and get on into my recommendations. Alright, so the first product that I want to recommend to you guys is the Tarte Color Wheel Amazonian Clay Blush Palette. Every single holiday season they come out with a blush palette and they're always to die for, and they sell out so fast, you guys. This one's really cool because they actually have more blushes in this one than they usually have in their palettes. So you get a total of 9 blushes and 1 highlight in here, and I also like it that they have this little thing so that way the colors don't mesh with each other. But they're all really gorgeous, and this retails for $44. I think this is a great deal, and again, they always sell out super fast on Sephora. This one is Sephora exclusive. And I think you can get it on TarteCosmetics.com, but I think those are the only places that you can buy this at. Really great blush palette. I love the colors. I think they're stunning. I do wish they would have came out with a couple more like deeper plum shades like for the winter time, because a lot of them are a little bit more pinker, but I still really like the palette. They're well formulated. They last all day. They look gorgeous on the cheeks. So I highly recommend getting this one. All right, so next up I want to talk about like a cult favorite of mine that I'm obsessed with and I highly recommend. The Sephora VIB sale is a great time to stock up on foundations because these are pretty pricey. For instance, the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation retails for $42, which is pretty pricey, but definitely worth it. I own so many different shades of this foundation because you never know, like it's really hard to pair me because I am so fair right now. I'm like between fair and light, so I'm kind of like mixing stuff now, but I love this foundation. It's really gorgeous on the skin. It has great coverage. It's like a medium to full coverage, so you can really like only put a little bit on your face and get like a really light medium coverage. Or you can add a little bit more and build it up in places and get more of a full coverage. It also looks stunning on photography. It looks really great in film, and it doesn't change with the lights, because I always hear Casey Holmes talking about this, talking about how they formulated this in all different lights of places, like Ulta's lights, Sephora's lights, everything. So you know this isn't going to change color on you in different lighting, which is awesome. Really love the way it looks on the skin. It lasts all day. It doesn't break me out. So I highly recommend getting the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation because it really is just great for all skin types. All right, so next up here I have the Bare Minerals wish list. So I'm going to be showing a lot of like holiday products in here that I just haven't had time to review for you guys, but I definitely think are a great thing to get during the sale, and this one I'm definitely loving right now. So this is the Bare Minerals wish list, like I was telling you guys. This retails for $45, so it's actually a pretty reasonable palette. I really love the colors in here. I think they're perfect for every day. And then you can also add in like the deeper shades and make it transition to a nighttime look. I really love them. They apply really well. They are very buttery and creamy, and they blend really easily too. And I think it's just like a perfect everyday palette that you are going to use a ton. Like I don't see any shades in here that I'm not going to use, and I've been using this quite a bit too, and I really like it. So I definitely recommend getting your hands on the Wishlist palette. All right, so next up I have another palette that I recommend, and this is the Marc Jacobs About Last Night palette. This one is so pretty, you guys. The formulation is so good on this one. It is pretty expensive, which is why I'm recommending to get it during the VIB sale, so that way you guys can save 20% off or 15% off. And it's seriously another perfect palette that has so many color options to it, and you can use it from day to night. You can use it for any occasion. I love this. You have a good mix of matte and shimmer shades, and they're so creamy. They blend so well too, so highly recommend this palette if you guys have been wanting to try out the Marc Jacobs palettes. This one is definitely worth the money, and if you use your 20% or 15% off code, you will definitely be saving some money on this bad boy, because yeah, he's pretty pricey, but definitely worth it. All right, so next up I have another Marc Jacobs little kit, and I believe this is from his holiday collection. This is the Up All Night 5-piece petite lipstick set, and it retails for $49. So I love the packaging of it. It's so cute. And then you also get 5 little mini petite lipsticks in here as well. His lipsticks are amazing. Like, they're formulated so well. They're creamy, but not too creamy to where they're just gonna glide off your lips and transfer to your like teeth or anything. They're like the perfect amount of creamy. And I'm actually wearing one of the shades on my lips right now. I'm wearing the shade Slow Burn, and this is the size of them right there. Super, super gorgeous. I love his packaging. And I think it's just a really reasonable size for a lipstick. Because honestly, how often do we really run out of lipsticks, especially when you have a bunch of them? So I really enjoy these little sizes. And plus, like I always say, they're awesome to put in your clutch because our clutches are so small as girls. And if you're out and about with your girlfriends, you don't want a lipstick that is going to take up too much space. So I really love these. I love the sizes and that shade. It's a gorgeous like mauve rosy shade. Love it. Love it on my lips. Seriously, just the formulation is amazing. So I highly recommend this set. Okay, so now getting into some of the Too Faced sets. As you guys already seen my Dope or Nope review on that, but I want to talk about the ones that I really do enjoy. And that is the Grand Hotel Cafe one. I said coffee in the video. I don't know why. I had it in my notes too. Had too much coffee on the brain, but I really enjoy that set out of all of them. Either that one or the macarons, but you can only get the macarons at Ulta. You can't get it at Sephora. The reason why I love it is because I love the eggnog latte palette. This is like one of my favorite go-to palettes from the set. I think it's great. I like the formulation of them. I think they're great to use. And they're just really easy. They blend well and I really do enjoy them. And also it's a really good gift set. So say if you want to save some money on some early holiday gifts, this is a great little gift set to get. That way you get 3 gifts done in one purchase, which is like awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's awesome. So yeah, you get a few other things in the kit, but definitely love these 3 little palettes, and eggnog latte is my favorite. All right, so I have another little Too Faced product that I definitely recommend getting, especially because it is a limited edition. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied Matte Long Wear Lipstick. I swear they have the longest names for their liquid lipsticks, but this is the limited edition one in Candy Cane. It has a very peppermint feeling to it. It also has a non-stinging like lip plumper in it, but it's very cooling on the lips. This color is really pretty. It's a really gorgeous like pinky red. It honestly looks a little bit more red on me. I've seen some people where it looks like really magenta on them, and then me, it looks a little bit more red. But that's what's crazy about lipsticks, is that each lipstick is going to look different on different skin tones, and different skin tones that have different like undertones to their skin, which is crazy, I know. But yeah, that's why it looks a little bit different on me. But I definitely recommend using a lip liner with it because I noticed that they kind of bleed out a little bit. So if you use a lip liner or a lip primer, it's going to keep it from moving. All right, so the next palette I want to talk about is one that I'm really excited. I know a lot of palettes in here, but I feel like during the sale, it's also really good to get your hands on a couple different eyeshadow palettes. And this one is very different. This is the Kat Von D Metal palette. It retails for $60, which is why I also think it's a really good palette to get during the sale, so that way you can save some money on it. But as you guys can tell, it's huge. It's a ginormous, ginormous palette. But check out those colors, you guys. Those colors are awesome. I loved it. This was a huge lifesaver for me when I was doing my Harley Quinn look. The blue was so pigmented and it went on so opaque. It wasn't patchy. It wasn't like really dry. I was able to blend it. I was really impressed with it. And I was so happy that I had that blue because it just made everything so much easier to manipulate. And I just think this is a really great palette. What's awesome about it is that you do have some fun colors in there, but you have a lot of like neutrals in here that you can actually create a lot of like everyday looks with and kind of amp them up for the nighttime. So that's why I really love it. And also it's just a great palette just to have on your hands. Like say if you are going out for Halloween or you have like a fun like dress up event that you have to do a little bit more dramatic makeup, it's a good palette to have in your collection that you can like revert back to and be like, oh my God, I forgot I had some awesome colors in there. And they're really easy to work with because usually colors that are like this are usually really hard to work with. these are really easy, and it was definitely a lifesaver. Even the black was a lifesaver for me. So honestly, definitely recommend this palette. It's a great palette just to have in your collection that you can do an everyday look with, or you can go to for like a specific occasion and be able to amp up your makeup look. All right, so the last recommendation that I have for you guys is the Bite Beauty The Perfect Bite Set. So this is a great alternative if you don't want to go and splurge on the Marc Jacobs one, then this is definitely like the set for you. It only retails for $25, and instead of getting 5 like you do in the Marc Jacobs, you get 4 little petite lipsticks in here. So this is what the packaging looks like right there. Really cute. I love the lipsticks in here. Honestly, the shades are amazing. So this is what the size of the lipsticks look like. Really gorgeous, same packaging. And here's the size of the lipstick. So this is Pepper. Pepper is one of my favorite shades. I bought this shade on my own twice, thinking I did not own it. And yeah, I bought this shade a ton of times, but this is Pepper right here. This one looks a little bit more like pinker and mauvier on me, and then on someone else, like with a deeper skin tone, tends to look a little bit more brown sometimes. I don't know. This, I swear, lipsticks look so different on different skin tones. That's what I always say, but it's a stunning shade. Another one that I love in here is called Honeycomb, and this one is just like your perfect nude. Perfect nude. I love Bite Beauty's lipsticks. They're very well formulated because, again, how often do we run out of a lipstick? And if you do run out of it, then you know it's worth the money to purchase the full size. So I really love this little set. Highly recommend it, especially if you don't want to go ahead and splurge on the Marc Jacobs. That's a great alternative for you. All right, so those are all my recommendations for the VIB sale. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there's a lot of different palettes in here, but I wanted to give you guys a few different options of what to look at and what to get because I highly recommend those palettes. I think they're amazing, especially the Marc Jacobs one. It's like perfection. It's definitely worth the money. So that one I really highly recommend getting because you can save quite a bit of money on it. I love the Wishlist one. Also, I really want to show you guys one of my favorite go-to foundations that I absolutely love right now. If I had to recommend a powder, it would definitely be the Pure Cosmetics. That one I use every day, but they do not sell it at Sephora, which I was really bummed about. Otherwise, I would be totally in this video too, but definitely recommend the Smashbox. I have sensitive skin. It's been working great for my skin. And also I want to give you a few lipstick recommendations as well, because I definitely think that the little sets that have all the little mini petite lipsticks are definitely worth it. So that way you get a range of different colors and you get to try out the formulation, because sometimes the formulation can change from like nude colors to very dark and bold colors. So it's a great way to test them out. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Also, leave me any recommendations that you guys have for the VIB sale down below, so that way other people can get your recommendations and I can get some of your recommendations too, because I'm currently making a list right now for all of them. So yeah, I can't wait to hear all you guys' recommendations. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and happy shopping for Sephora VIB sale. And also don't forget to sign up for Ebates as well, you guys. It's awesome. I have the link down below. I use it all the time. I just link it to my little website like search engine, and it pops up on every single website that does Ebates, and you get so much money cash back. Like, I know some people talk about it, but it's really true. Like, not even joking, it's really true that you get a lot of money back from Ebates. So highly recommend signing up for that. Again, I will always have that link down below for you guys. Happy shopping, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. 6. Yeah. I've like got too much caffeine in me right now. This is, stop. It's not gonna be on camera.